Hello everyone, my name is Rochelle and welcome to my number 11 home. In this video, I am going to be trying my hand at reupholstering the Springdale rounded Sherpa bench from Target's Studio McGee collection. The bench itself is lovely enough, I just really wasn't keen on the original fabric. So after 2 YouTube videos and 2-day free shipping, it was time to tackle the task at hand. I ordered one sample from Etsy and that took 3 weeks to get to me, and when it arrived it looked like a gym towel. So right then and there I realized I simply could not be bothered with that. So I came up with this ingenious idea to use a throw blanket. I found a beautiful herringbone patterned throw from Zara Home. I guesstimated how much I would need for basically a 50-inch wide, 18 depth, 23 height bench, and then added one for my inexperience, and that came to 3. It did not take long to realize that upholstering is not a hidden talent for me. But I knew the construction of the bench was going to be a bit forgiving. So at this point, my only goal was to roughly attach the fabric to the bench so I could gauge exactly how much of my work had to be neat. This is a good look at the original fabric. It's not that I don't like shearling or Sherpa or whatever this is meant to be. In fact, looking at it here, the fabric is actually very photogenic, but in person, it looks pretty synthetic. Okay, it's time to start. I picked up 3 useful rules from my research. Number 1 was to fold a small hem along the edges you plan to staple. The doubled fabric is gonna give you a bit of extra strength. Number 2, anchor staples. You're going to need to drop a few staples in the middle and by the ends so you can work more efficiently. You won't need an extra pair of hands. And number 3, if you're using a patterned fabric, make sure your lines are staying straight. If I might add my own 2 rules, don't forget to keep pulling that fabric taut, and when in doubt, just drape the fabric and try approaching everything from the top down. I wish I applied this top-down method when I did the arms in the first place, but I still have that extra throw and I'm seriously considering pulling it out and giving it a second go. In the same breath though, I'm learning to lean more towards completion and not perfection, so in that case, finishing the process has to take precedence. That looks nice. After I did that first line of stapling, I could finally see everything starting to take shape. Small, not so small point of information, you're going to need a curved upholstery needle with thread. At this point I realized that there wasn't an accessible piece of wood to staple any of my sides to. So until I could figure out what to do, I used anchor staples where possible and properly pinned my polymer problems in place. I had another roadblock. So I had to move to a more comfortable workstation before I literally dropped down from frustration. You can't really see it properly here, but that black piece, the top of it, that's the ledge where the body of the bench is meant to sit on the arms. And that thing is sloping at like a 30 or 40 degree angle there. So it was so hard to get the stapler to work in that corner. Completion, not perfection. I'll spare you me wrestling with the other side, but here you can see I just went with simple folds that I knew I was going to be able to replicate 4 times. Alright, not bad at all. I'm really happy with this. Now all that was left was to finish stapling, removing any excess fabric, and cleaning up all my corners. Oh, and my solution to no needle and thread was just to leave the pins in. Voila! Now I just had to replicate each step identically on the other arm without making any mistakes. Seriously though, I don't show it here, but the second arm was way easier once I had the framework down. Okay, this was either a day or maybe even a week later. I'm not going to lie, doing those two arms were very taxing, and I really had to get into the frame of mind to tackle this big boy. And of course, as some sort of cosmic joke, it ended up being the easiest of the three pieces to work with. This is where I started to apply my top-down method. So I pinned all my corners securely and then started pulling and stapling from the middle top edges of the piece all the way down the sides to the under corners of the bench. And again, just trimming and cleaning up all my edges here. There she is in all her glory. So I couldn't get the seam. I wasn't good at doing that. The seam is safe to say it's not seamless. But again, I had to be undeterred and get this thing finished. It did take me a very long time to put the bench together. Okay, not a very long time, but it was very hard to get everything aligned properly so that this hole was exactly over this hole, and then I had to unscrew everything when I realized it just wasn't connecting properly. And the bottom line is that once you get everything aligned, it goes pretty easy. It's 4 bolts, they give you an Allen wrench, and I was fine after that. I must say, I am pretty pleased with the outcome. I originally ordered the bench to go underneath the TV in my bedroom as like a catch-all for pillows and bedding and stuff like that. So I'm not particularly worried about the rub count of the fabric. Since I haven't fixed the TV to the wall as yet, the bench will be staying in the living room for the time being. So after moving a couple things around and a bit of styling as well, this is the final result. I want to genuinely thank you if you made it to the end of this video. It's my first one, so I'm really excited to see myself grow and evolve, presumably. I would love it if you liked and subscribed, but don't share it. I'm not ready for that yet. Bye.